I'm backing up my truck, I'm gonna hook it up, loading up my boat with all my gear. I've been working hard all week, trying to make ends meet, spending time wishing I was fishing. Well, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing. Gather up your gear and come along. Well, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing.
This is Terry Wickstrom. Join Karen Cullum, Greg Claggio, and me as we take you to some of our favorite fishing spots from Colorado to Minnesota, the Arctic Circle to Central America and beyond. As we revisit episodes of Mountain States Fishing and Angling Adventures Television on the best of fishing with Terry Wickstrom.
Hey, those of you who watched the show before recognize most of these people. You know we've been doing more and more fly fishing on the show, and I guess I've got you guys to thank for that because, you know, fly fishing wasn't my area of expertise, but thanks to you guys coming and helping, we've done a lot. And for those of you that haven't watched before, we've got some guests that have been kind of become regulars on the show. We got Bill and Billy Louthan, we got Janice O'Shea and Greg Cunningham. And what we're here today, we're on right on the shore of the Colorado River. We're at a public drive-off, a place you can come and land your boat, put in. It's a place that anybody can drive right up to and fish. You could walk along this area and fish it.
Oh, sure.
We're here specifically today to show you both drift boat fishing and fishing for Colorado whitefish. And these are two things I've never done before. So I got my friends here to come help me, and it's middle of November. It was a little cool this morning, but it's supposed to get nice by later in the day. We're going to take you out, show you the great opportunities exist in this public water, this big river that runs. We're just, 6 miles east of Glenwood Springs?
Right.
And we're going to show them whitefish, and there's a chance we'll catch what other fish exist in this fishery?
We should also be able to pick up some rainbows and browns in the water. Probably not too big a fish when it comes to the rainbows and browns, but we should be able to pick a few up along with the whitefish.
I'm just looking forward to it. I've never fished out of a drift boat before. We're going to show you a couple different styles of drift boat. We're going to show you a little bit of what it's like to fish out of a drift boat, and then we're going to show you what these Colorado whitefish are like. I'll tell you what, we're going to get out, get fishing, but during the course of the show, we're going to give you more information. We got our two rowers here, unfortunately, aren't going to get to fish much. We got Billy, who went out and got bit by a spider last night, but he's still got to do all the work today. he's got to do the rowing so he doesn't get the fish, and Greg's going to do the rowing. So that's why they're sitting here kind of looking like, oh, geez. Yeah. But, you know, the rest of us are going to have a really good time. So let's get out in the water, and during the course of the day, we'll tell you a little bit more about what we're doing.
We're going to start our leader setup for nymphing on the Colorado River is that we have about a 9-foot 4X leader, and we attach 2 indicators, and I usually put them about halfway up the leader to start with. We're not sure of the depth of the water, so I usually go about halfway up the leader. And we put 2 indicators on the leader because you have better depth perception with 2, and you can detect strikes a little bit easier with 2 indicators. And they're about 8 inches apart from each other. On down the line, we have the surgeon's knot that attaches the tippet to our leader, and right above the surgeon's knot we have our split shot. Right below our split shot, about 14 inches down from our split shot, we have our first nymph fly, and then tied either on the bend of the hook or through the eye of the hook of this first nymph fly, we have another 14 inches of tippet to our second nymph. So we're always fishing with two flies. And this is our rig setup. This is a 9-foot 4X leader. Below here we have, to the first fly, 4X tippet, and we may go with 4X tippet down here also because these whitefish are strong and they pull hard when you hook into them. We might try 5X tippet down here, but we're going to fish mostly, I think, with 4X just because they're so strong, and the currents are pretty strong also. So we've got a 4X leader with 4X tippet to the first fly and 4X tippet to the second fly, and that's our nymph setup fishing the Colorado River.
I was turning because I was going to pull it in. All right. I got him on the reel. I will. Feels like he's hooked good. We'll find out if it's a nice fish, but it feels good. Oh, Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think it's a whitey and it's a nice one. No, is it a whitefish? Yeah, it is a whitefish. It's a whitefish. Not a big one, but my first whitefish.
First one, huh?
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice one, Terry.
Oh, yeah, it is a nice one. There we go. All right.
Oh, these are strong little guys.
All right. Hey, thanks. My first whitefish. There. Look at the way the sun glistens on them. Now, is this a good sized one?
That's actually kind of a smaller end.
That's what I thought.
Average out of here is going to probably be about 16 inches.
That's about maybe 12.
12, 14.
Yeah.
But feel how strong they are?
Oh, and they're just meaty.
They're just muscle.
They are. They really are. That's a beauty. Let's get that one back in the water. And away he goes.
The whitefish are competing for the same food as the trout. They're so prolific in here right now. I think we can get a better growth rate on a lot of the browns and rainbows in both Colorado and Roaring Fork if some of these whitefish were thinned out a little bit.
I think what Greg is saying is that the whitefish are so prolific. If you're looking, so much in fly fishing especially, we preach catch and release and how fragile the fisheries are, but the whitefish in the Colorado River is really a place where not only can you enjoy the fishing, but you can take some home. And I've never had any, but I understand smoked whitefish is really quite good. And from the feel of that one in my hand, they're meaty, and there really is, there's really something to them.
Oh, there is. They really put up a little fight.
Well, let's go get some more. Start rowing and give me that rod.
All right. That's relaxing too.
It is for me. I don't know that it's relaxing for you. We're talking here, and I don't know if you can hear Greg because he doesn't have a mic on, but he's talking about how we get in and out of the boat. You use the boat. The boat sometimes is to fish from, sometimes it's just a means of transportation. And Greg made a comment that it's a nice, relaxing way to fish. Well, it is for me. I'm standing in the boat here, casting. I couldn't be more relaxed or have a more comfortable fishing position. And if we want to get out of the boat, we can. But it can't be too relaxing for you. It's got to keep you in pretty good shape there.
It's not too bad. It does keep you in shape.
Well, we've had several fish on already, and we've only been fishing for half an hour, so it's been great. Fishing the Colorado. This is public waters. This is the Colorado River. You can drive right to this spot. Somebody didn't want to drift. We're within walking distance of the parking lot. They could come down and just wade this and fish it.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
And this is just a great piece. And these whitefish, my understanding is these whitefish go pretty much all winter long.
All winter long.
And they're an all-winter fish.
Roaring Fork, the three great rivers come up in the middle of the winter.
Janice, you know a little bit about whitefish. Janice, tell us a little bit about them.
They're actually native to the White River and also the Colorado River drainages, and they've been stocked into the Poudre River up in northern Colorado. The state record in Colorado is a 5-pound, 2-ounce whitefish, 18 inches long, and it was caught out of the White River.
Have you done much white fishing?
I haven't done enough. I find it to be really fun, and I'm going to try to do more of these float trips because these whitefish fight just as hard, if not harder, than the browns and the rainbows. And
they're active when the cold water all winter long.
Very active, and right now, about this time of year, they start spawning.
We're here, by the way, in the middle of November, and sometimes other types of fishing slows down as you get into this cooler, and the whitefish just kind of take off and fill that niche.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of fish available. You can't catch them year-round. I think they don't get more pressure during the years because people would rather be fishing for trout, maybe. But you know what? There's no reason. I mean, they're a salmonoid. Remember the salmonoid family? They're great fighting fish.
Yeah.
And they're abundant.
They have, and they're a little different looking than the trout. They have, they're basically bottom feeders. They have real soft mouth, and they have larger scales than the brown or the rainbow trout. And they also have a smaller adipose fin.
Well, this is my first time fishing for them, but I understand they're a very aggressive fish.
Very aggressive, and when you've got them on the end of your line, you'll know it. That
right
fly,
there on that seam.
Yep, that, boy,
right
they are
there on
fighters.
that seam. Great
betcha.
job. I'm going to back the boat up.
Okay, and I'm going to see if I can keep this on my
What I'll do is
line.
I'll spin you around so you can keep them out in front of the boat.
Okay. Greg does a great job of maneuvering this boat, by the way. These, as we talked about earlier, these whitefish fight like crazy. They have real soft mouths. So chances of getting unhooked on these things while you're playing it is pretty good.
Oh, that's a nice rainbow, isn't it? I
You know,
think
it did
that's a
look like
really
a
nice
rainbow.
rainbow trout there, Janice.
It did look like a rainbow, didn't it?
The way he came up like that, yeah, I think that could possibly
Probably a
be
rainbow. Yeah, he's
be
come
a
up
rainbow.
about
I'm
2 or
gonna
3
get just
times.
below this rock here.
He's come up about, well, he wants to take this, he wants to go with it. What I do when I play a trout is I want to keep my rod about 45 degrees or lower to the water. That puts maximum pressure on a fish.
I think that's the biggest rainbow we've got today.
I think you're right. And I'm going to try to keep his head, if I can, close to the surface of the water so I can tire him out a little bit easier. When I bring him in, I want to make sure his head is up, and I bring him in with his head up into the net. But he doesn't want to come in yet. We're playing this trout on a 5-weight rod, 5 line. Ooh, boy, that's a nice one. Let's see if I can bring him in here. Keep his head up.
Yeah, he
And
took that
he's
beadhead
ready to-
hairs there. Soft tackle, huh?
Yep, soft tackle hairs there.
Oh, pretty, pretty fish.
Let's see if I can bring him in. And there we go.
Very
Woo!
nice.
Look at the size
Very
of that.
nice.
That is a nice rainbow, isn't it, Greg?
Oh, look at the
Look at the color
look
on
at the
that.
girth on this guy.
That is beautiful. That is a nice trout. It's the beauty of debarbing hooks is to,
Yes, there's your
that's
fish.
a nice one.
Let me get out of your way there.
It's a beautiful rainbow, Colorado River rainbow. Took it
Let's
on
see
a,
his tail, huh?
look
Boy,
at this,
just
Look
a
at that.
beautiful fish.
beautiful rainbow. I'm gonna put him gently back in the
Beautiful
water.
fish. About an 18-inch rainbow
Absolutely.
that's just fat.
Absolutely. Boy,
Hey.
he's still feisty.
That's nice.
Very nice, Greg.
That's where the handshake
That's
there.
where, that was great.
Keep it fit. I got one.
There we go.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, one-man show.
There we go. Well, we'll see what it is. Right in that rippled water again. It doesn't feel nearly as big as the other ones. I don't know if it's a whitefish or a rainbow. It's a white. It's a white, smaller whitefish. I'm used to catching much bigger ones by now. But, oop, almost trying to get my my fly line up in the guides there. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's a nice fish. All right. Thank you, Bill. Yeah. Thank you. Well, you know, this is the way to fish. You get taken care of in these drift boats. You get one guy out here landing the fish, another guy positioning the boat. They take you right. That's a lot bigger than I thought. Whoa. I mean, I thought it was.
Get your hand around. See, they're so hard to hold on to.
They're so solid, so solid. Now that this Chinese fire drill is over with, look at that. You know what? That's a nice fish. I thought it was a lot smaller than that. When it got close, it didn't get out in the fast water, so I was able to play it a lot more. But we're going to let this one go anyway. We're up here just to have some fun. Yeah, they're in the spawn. We're up here. We're up here. It's the middle of November. What's it? The 10th, 11th of November.
Yep.
It's a beautiful day. The weather's 50 degrees. It's warm and sunny. We're dressed fairly good, but it was cool in the morning. Colorado River. We're just east of Glenwood Springs. In fact, we parked at a public parking at the Grizzly Creek exit where Hanging Lake is. There's a place to put the drift boats in right there. We're going to pick the drift boats up right in Glenwood Springs. What is that, about a 6 mile? 6 mile float, and we've done about 2 of it or 3 of it so far. We're about halfway through. We've caught numbers of whitefish, we got rainbows, we got browns, and we haven't even stopped for lunch yet. It's just, what you guys, you know, I've never done a float trip before, and I've never fished for whitefish before, and I'm just, it won't be my last time. You know, I've been catching a lot of fish, and I've been really lucky, but the truth of the fact is that you guys help me decide what fly to use. You help me to read the water, you put me on the water. So I'm becoming a better and better fly fisherman, but only because I'm fishing with you guys. And the help this whole group has done in having us put together fly fishing shows to bring to the people has been really great. I mean, we've done, I don't know, a half a dozen shows in different ways between Janice and you guys and Greg and Bill and Billy, and it hit so solid. The indicator went down and I set the hook, and then it was so solid I thought it was on a rock. It didn't move at all.
Right on the bottom, that's got to be the way.
Whatever it is, I want to see it. Yeah, well, he has other ideas. Oh, well, I tell you what, solid polo. He is just weight. You can just feel the weight on the end of the line. Yes, it's a big white.
It's huge. Must be close to 18, maybe 20.
He's coming now again in some here, and I thought, and there he goes again. Every time I think I've got him coming, he's coming towards you now. And then he turns. Well, he does. He'll come, and then he'll just turn and dig. He will just. Boy, I tell you, they are strong. All right.
Ooh.
Oh man. Oh, that's a beautiful, what a beautiful fish. Wow. My arm is tired. What a great fighter these are. You got the fly
Look
out
at
of
the
them,
size of that.
I tell you what, Greg, thank you. That is so good. So that was, he wants to get back in. I'm gonna get him back, get him going. What a, oh, man, what a great fish. I tell you what, I've caught rainbows up to 10 pounds on a fly rod, and I haven't caught anything stronger than the way that, for the size, the way that fly. And when you pick them up in your hand, they're just meaty and big and solid. That was so much fun.
Playing with my fly a little bit, and so I don't know. It feels like a whitefish. And he's going downstream of me. I'm going to try to move him over here to the shore. And once again, my arm feels like it's going to fall off.
What side do you want to land him on?
Well, I think I'd like to try this
Left side or right
left
side?
side. Well, let's try the right side.
Okay.
Boy, they are strong, and I'm going to bring him right into the net. There we go. Not as big as the last ones, but not bad. Yeah,
Got him?
I've got him. This is not the way to hold a trout, but this is a whitefish.
That's how you hold a whitefish.
Well, you know what, guys? I got to thank you. You know, setting this up, my first time fishing out of a drift boat, first whitefish, and one of the ones I got was really a nice one. I mean, all nice weather, all in all, I'll say it was a pretty great day. And just, Bill, I want to thank you for all the things you do to help set things up for us. Greg, I want to thank you for all the rowing you did.
Hey, no problem. I enjoy it.
Janice, for guiding us.
Thank you, Terry.
Billy, for your rowing and your use of your boat.
problem.
You know, this has been just, these whitefish in the Colorado River, it's just another one of the great fishing opportunities that exist in the mountain region. So get out, try it. It goes pretty much all winter long, doesn't it, guys?
All winter.
Oh, and I mean, you can go all summer too, but it seems popular through the fall. Get out, try it, and join us next week on Mountain States Fishing.